Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Deion Davis is watching.
What a calm demeanor we see from the guy in the middle of the field. Who would ever think that 185-pound guy is one of the worst menaces to ever face in this league?
Here's the throw off, and that'll be caught inside the 15. Sisson has to get past the 20. He does. Gets to the 25. Will cut outside. Tries to husk pass. Might go make it, but might go make it. And the freight train help him get out of there. Pardon me, that was Ricardo Freeman in on the tackle. He's got the meta gimmicks.
Listen, Huff does not need any enhancements.
In motion, first play of the game. Huff, play action, rolls out to his right, throws towards the sideline, and that one will be incomplete. Second down, that intended for number 9, Dakari Mims.
A lot more time in the pocket than I thought he was going to have, and he did have the option to run. Corey, what would you have done in that situation?
You can't relate me to Huff in any sense of the imagination.
It's a
but what he does
thing.
is he goes up top, and listen, it didn't work out, but the defense has to honor that. But you also see that the wind may be affecting the passing game as the ball was way out of bounds on the throw.
It'll be second down. Ball set at the 37-yard line. Huff, great camera angle.
You see the spacing with the running back. Watch for option here to the left side.
Second down, the toss, play action. Huff will run it. Huff will get on his bicycle. He'll get the first down and more. He'll get past the 50. Quattro Huffing on the lateral. Ball comes loose.
And Kyle Ward picks it up.
Ward getting towards the sideline. Kyle Ward slips slide out of play inside the 15-yard line. And the windsock and the Paterson U moving down the field. First down, but a flag on the play. Clock winding down here in the first. The handoff. Marcus McKinney. Hard body. Driving to the 5 and pulling the entire Paterson defense. Baltimore defense.
Marcus McKinney actually looks like he's in probably some of the best shape I've seen him in a couple of seasons.
Well, listen, look at his shoes. He's wearing Jordans. You know that increases the overall. But the fact is that
my player too much, Corey.
Maybe. But the fact is that he is getting blocking from his offensive line, and the defense has to honor the pass game with Huff there, now a quarterback.
The handoff to hard body. He gets chipped. And a big stop there off the edge, and it'll be third down.
And Corey, you mentioned it earlier that Watchman defensive front is built to stop the run, and it will be a war of attrition against that front line of the U versus that front line of the Watchmen.
Well, and whenever you run that edge rush play, if as a defender you get the edge and you can seal that edge, you change the attack point for the offense. And you see, it looks like Mayweather comes in at the running back for the U in for hard body, and it'll be third down. And we'll see with a lot of options here. And again, there are no kickers. There's no soccer player here. So they're going to have a third down chance to get the first down, and they'll probably get to go for it on fourth if they have that chance. Brings up a big third down.
And it looks like Dubois at the side, and there's a handoff. Inside, gets the first down. Will run out before that marker. That's Nick Mays on the run.
That was Nick Mays?
Wow.
The mean machine.
They go Baltimore on Baltimore crying to get the first down.
Insult to injury, like, hey, here's your friend. Remember him? Like, that's nasty.
Man, that's...
And you see when you see a simple run play like that, you're like, why isn't the Watchman on that right away? Last year against the U, who was the quarterback? A guy that you didn't fear to pass. Right. Now when it's Huff, you have to play honest everywhere, and he's able to attack that edge with a pitch and get that positive yardage and a first and goal.
This offensive line, we get to see what they do.
It'll be first and goal. The handoff, the quick throw back, flag thrown on the play. The throw to the end zone, caught.
And they go with that back. They go with a backstack formation. Jason Sisson's able to complete the pass to hard body, but we'll see what the penalty is.
And it looks like McKinney is the one who got the touchdown off the lateral back. That was from Sisson. A little bit of flag football there from the Paterson.
I know if Vegas is watching right now.
I told you guys. I warned you about that pregame, guys. I warned you about that pregame. I saw
the Vegas guys. How dare they take our stuff? And I was big angry on the Watchmen up on the front D lineman. That is insane.
Got on the ball, got on the board first.
Take a look at this dart here. And then the Watchmen really have no clue what to do. Look how they freeze because of Jason Sisson's speed.
And also they saw the flag too, so they might have thought it was a free play, but right there, the hard body McKinney going for one.
Joel Rivera.
And the jump man, he is up to something. And it is 7-0 Paterson U. Baltimore deferring, and I feel like, Paterson U, don't give the Paterson U an opportunity to set the tone.
Snag Sosa.
And here we go on the 3-on-1 return. Dead ball play gets to the 50. Lil one gets met and brought down at the 45.
And again, that's great coverage. I don't know if I'm expecting a 3-on-1 to go for 6 against either team unless someone makes a crucial mistake.
And now here comes a Baltimore Watchmen offense that heading into this season, gentlemen, has had a litany of question marks, especially a quarterback. We thought that OG Buck, John Gauze, and Corey Price now a triumvirate, and Sadiq Pitts making a statement there, but good field position for Baltimore.
Yeah, and the pressure that the U offense is going to put on the Watchmen offense if they continue to score is also going to put pressure on the decision makers for the Watchmen, because we always talked about it last year. It worked seamlessly and perfect that they went quarterback, switch quarterback, switch quarterback. But if they start going down and they start talking about who it should be, there might be arguments on the sideline. So here's OG Buck to start.
Buck 1st and 10. The throw deep downfield, one-on-one coverage, and he was looking for it. Almost got a snag.
And Tony Toe Tap had probably one of his best seasons last year, so he's really on the radar. Guys are not looking at him and saying, "Oh, maybe he can't, maybe he can't." They're game planning for Tony Toe Tap.
And was that Carlos Crosland?
It was Carlos Crosland on the coverage. And
oh my!
Look, we saw number 52, Isaac Negron returning the DPOY in 2022, returning to the Paterson U. Go ahead.
Looks like Buck had him open. It's just, again, that wind, it blew the pass across to that near sideline, and that tracking, you know, when you're trying to track over the shoulder as a wide receiver, it's really difficult when that ball changes trajectory like it just did. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Buck with Berger at center. Big beef on the line. The pressure. Buck finds a seam. Will stop. Will throw. And out of reach of the receiver again.
2 times in a row, but Mike go. Those guys are open. Mike gonna make it is right over the top of that, wide open, asking for the ball, and he just slightly overthrows Tony Toe Tap again. Corey,
I know, and that's really aggressive play calling from Buck. And we always talk about the way that Buck calls plays. So he goes with a max protect, double tight end protection, no running back. So it's obviously a pass. And then he goes deep again. And, you know, as a quarterback, like you were just about to ask, Rob, I like to get in a rhythm before I start going all the way downfield, unless I'm going against you and I go that fake quick screen and touchdown. But you saw the wide receivers that had in. Child Please was actually blocking on that play. So they have the guys, and they're looking to change the math with the formation. But with Mike, he gonna make it, and Tony Toe Tap, it's just up to Buck to complete the pass because they are getting open.
3rd and 10. Deep shotgun. Here comes the pressure. Off
Good
the
catch.
throw to number 2. And he's got to save the first down. Oh, my goodness. Cuts down the sideline. Gets around the defender, Crosland, and gets to the 17-yard line. Watch this. Baltimore gets the first down.
And we talk about play calling. That's that rocket screen that we could even go back to the Baltimore Cobras, where Ant Mo is running that rocket screen, gets a blocker in front of him, and gets downfield. That's using the rush to your advantage when you can't complete the ball in the wind because the wind is crazy, taking away your accuracy. You go with a short pass and block for it. That's how the Watchmen convert here.
Take a look at the catch by Ant Mo right here.
Boom, rocket screen, great play call, and then you got bodies in front to block.
But take a look at the movement here. Excuse me, sir.
And just getting around that defender. And
that's Amari Thomas, the running back. Yes, that's Amari Thomas, the running back. Downfield, you don't call my number as a runner, I'm going to go downfield and make an impact play. That's one of my favorite, hidden gems in the league. Amari Thomas, number 3 for the Watchmen.
Beefy in the Watchmen line, exposing some cracks in the Paterson U defense in motion to snap on 1st and 10. And there it is. And that is
OG Buck is sacked.
Nick Mays, the mean machine. He's got a carry and a sack. One of the men that looked like a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, stepping up for his new club. Watch that.
This game feels like watching The Wire, and it's
a lot
West Side, East Side, North Side, South. Like, this is Baltimore crime. So
well, Corey, look the part, be the part.
That's right.
All 3 of us looking like Pat Riley.
Hey, it's just the rules of the game. You on the squad, you getting your boy.
And I think this is one of the critiques on OG Buck. When he gets the little pressure, he's not as shifty up close like that. So a guy like Nick Mays, who's a veteran defender, can probably one-on-one him, and that's not. You don't really want that back there.
Tom Brady in a Jets uniform. Or like Lawrence Taylor as a Cowboy.
Well, and you saw that the offensive line let him go. That was another screen, so credit Nick Mays to get there.
2nd and 19, the Levy breaks, intercepted. But it'll be at the 1-yard line. That interception by, it looks like, Neon Dion Davis.
Oh, no. That's
Kamal Stewart.
Yeah, that's number 1, not negative
definitely.
1.
Yeah.
But again, it's the wind.
Again.
Wow.
Again, the wind is a huge factor in the passing game for the Watchmen. He had one-on-one coverage, and if he throws the ball well there, could be a touchdown, but that huge turnover,
The first interception
not what
of
you
the
want on your first drive.
2024 season.
And this is what I talked to.
And a little bit of holding, the pass interference
Just
there.
a little bit. This is what I talked to RTU about. If Buck is the answer.
99 yards for Quattrell Huffin. And the handoff. Nope.
Oh, he
Huff will
keeps it.
keep it.
Excuse me,
Quattrell
sir.
Huffin to the sideline and will slide at the 9-yard line.
Now I talk about how he plays basketball. Now he's playing baseball out there. but that read option, he's pulling that so late, the defensive line collapses. And Daryl Truck Luck, you got to honor him as a running back. But when Huff's got the Frozone glasses on, he looks like a different kind of animal out here.
He's dangerous with these Frozones on, man. I don't know what's going on.
It'll be second down.
One of the things I talked about when we were talking to Ryan Shamar about the state of the U is that Huff going to another team and being able to kind of test out different offensive schemes. I think he comes into this season with a much, thicker playbook with a lot more to potentially do, play in and play out, which for a defense like the Watchmen, which has the talent, if you keep them guessing, then you're winning the matchup pre-snap. And what Huff does a lot of the time is pre-snap, he's going to beat you because he's going to put his team in the right play, and that's why they get the first down.
Huff is 3-4 plays ahead right now, I promise you.
Mims in motion. Daryl Luck, the running back. Daryl Luck will be brought down inside the 15 at the 11. Pardon me, at the 14.
And that unassuming young man we saw in the 3-on-1 in the beginning of the game. That's the Wolverine making a great open field tackle.
Look how quick they go right back to the line because the play call was already made. He knows what he's going to do 2-3 plays ahead.
Huff, that one gets swatted down. That'll be a dead ball, and that'll be third down.
Nah, that's the strength that Huff has his arm strength shows there. So when he pump fakes, he can't even control the ball. One little miscue, but it'll bring up third and about 6 after the first down run was a decent run by Luck.
7:18 and counting. Huff off the screen, off the hands, and it will be third down.
And I think that should bring up fourth down.
And it's the guy's job to keep up with Huff's new speed.
No, that's actually going to bring up third down because the run by Daryl Luck
got the first.
And when it first said, so it really is third down now. So huge play for the Watchmen. 3rd and 10, you think you have the offense where you want them as the Watchmen. But with Huff in the backfield, they got to make sure they keep contained.
But I don't like the 2 down linemen right now.
But he can make that extra rush or miss.
Right.
Snap. Huff on third down. He gets taken out.
There's Cizon.
That's Jason Sisson off the block. Jason Sisson down the sideline. He's changing time zones. Goes sideline to sideline. Jason Sisson. Touchdown failed. He's inside the 10. Touchdown Paterson. Jason Sisson and the Sisson squad going 99 yards to the house on a 4-play drive, and Paterson with a 2-score lead.
Huff is talking right now.
That was a 9.
Thrown up. This is nasty work,
That was a
man.
97-yard drive. They do it on, 5 plays? 4 plays? I told you. Did I tell you about Cizon? Did I say Cizon? I've been saying Cizon for weeks.
He's a weapon, man. He's a weapon. It's a jump shot pass. And take a look at
that should not equate to a 85-yard, and you can see the holding on
great block. Another great block. Take a look at this.
Shout out to the referee, knowing not to get in the way, trying not to set a pick.
He has number 21.
The ref hust.
21 is not. 21 seeing spots, seeing ghosts, and watch that block there by number 9.
You want to know the game within the game, right? So on third down, how did the
That's actually DeLon Stevens.
Wow.
How did the Watchmen? Man. Yeah, that's crazy. DeLon Stevenson's a baller. How did the Watchmen convert their third down? They went rocket screen, right? Guess what the U just did? Even better.
Jump shot screen.
Huff.
Excuse me.
Tosses, caught, rolls through.
Joel Rivera, jump man. That man's up to something. This is insane.
Well, that's how you start an A7FL season if you're the U. 2 drives, 14 points, defense gets a turnover, and they convert both championship points.
And you know what? All we can say is watch this. It's 14-0 to Paterson U in the lead. Baltimore looking to respond. Can the triumvirate of quarterbacks make the win, go down I-95 with the dub? We're going to find out on the other side of this. It's the A7FL Games of the Week. Stay right where you are. Berserk Athletics provides the custom athletic merchandise for athletes of all sports and ages, including what you see on the screen. Our A7FL replica jerseys and fan gear are available now at berserkathletics.com. Let's go berserk with the 3-on-1 throw-off. Baltimore looking to respond, have to get past the 20-yard line. Snags Sosa, and here comes an opportunity for the Paterson U to get a stop at the 19, and the Paterson U will get the ball back. My goodness! The Baltimore Watchmen get stopped, and they are the first victim of the national get-back rule, so the Paterson U will get the ball. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's in the fourth quarter. I'm sorry.
We want to see the rule, so we were ready to see it. But to
that's
be clear,
on me. I confused it with the fourth. It's in the fourth quarter when it's tied or losing. It's a new rule, and I'm so used to the fall brawl variation of that rule. That's my fault. Apologies. Great stop, though,
now,
by Paterson.
This is a huge if. If the U are ever down in the fourth quarter, they have the quarterback and the throw-off team to get that.
That might be the most dangerous 3-on-1 defensive squad.
But based on what we've seen, that's a huge if. They're being down in the fourth quarter. Here's John Goss.
We're going to see what Ace can do at the quarterback position.
4 on the line, 2 wide receivers. The snap. The throw over the middle.
Oh, and you know who that is. Not yet. It was late. It's late. They down 2 scores.
He's not ready to do it yet.
Not yet.
But he is the Super Saiyan.
It's more like when he fought Ten Shinhan. It will be a good catch. It'll be 2nd and short for Baltimore. The clock winding down. It is in the first quarter. 14-0 your score.
And it's a juxtaposition. Buck came in, and the play calls that he started calling felt a little dissimilar to what he's normally used to. We're used to him handing it off and attacking in the pass game with play action. He just went straight for the throat.
I think he wanted a quick score.
But now you see John Goss come in. First play is a slant to Antoine Matthews. I think we've seen that hundreds of times in the A7FL, and it'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Definitely double
Watch
tight.
that pressure there. Looking at jumpy, very jumpy. The throw over the middle, and that's swatted.
What do you guys think? And coming from me, you guys might be shocked, but what do you guys think about the Watchmen coming out in today's weather, and they've basically not even thought to attempt a run play?
I mean, again, it's game plan, and each quarterback in their system plays a different style of football. So right now, what I saw Buck do, he just overthrew Tony Totap twice, gave Antmore a great one and threw a pick. It wasn't bad until he threw the pick. Now, what John Goss is doing, John Goss's legs are just as dangerous as his arms. So at any point, without a running back, it can be a run play.
But with the wind, the passing game becomes something that has that extra level of difficulty. And you look at the offensive line for the Watchmen, they eat well. They do not miss lunch. And they have a running back in Amari Thomas that you see lining up at tight end. So to me, although I love to see passing game in the A7FL, maybe a question mark as it's 3rd and 6.
Throw, one-handed catch, and we'll get to the 36-yard line. That'll be first down for Baltimore.
Good catch, good coverage. I like it.
And you know, when you lose a Nick Mays, which has always been that guy for, especially John Goss, but whoever the Baltimore team is, Beefy has kind of stepped up into that Nick Mays role. He's the tight end and the defensive end that can make big plays. So shout out to Beefy getting that catch and converting. And look, Rick Ratty with the tackle. That's a tight coverage throw from John Goss with pressure in his face.
It did look like that ball got tipped, though, right?
Slightly.
I think it just came out of his hand weird because he threw it a little quickly. So credit the tight end, defensive end for being athletic and getting down low to make the one-handed catch.
And I'm pretty sure Crosland is playing corner because Dion's not here. Kels Gallimore is on BIC. A lot of things are different right now.
And I think they're still trying to find their bearings, and this is not the game you want to be testing stuff, but it's the first game of the season, so the snap on first down, pressure immediately.
There's Big Mo with the pressure.
Skiing downfield, the toss over to number 3.
Amari Thomas with the leak out from the tight end position.
And a gain of just about 3 on the play, making a whole lot of move, lateral sideline to sideline, but not enough to get a first down.
So Kyle Ward slows him down, and J-Rock rocks him. Again, this U defense is going to be very dangerous. Take a look at the pressure.
And there's Big Mo Ramadan on the pressure, If that was 2018, Ace is
well, listen, that's 28. That looks like 2018 Ace. I think he's a little bit healthy. You could see the movement in the pocket is huge.
Great hit, J-Rock.
He just wanted to introduce him to the sideline. He just wanted to look how lovely they
honestly though, for fans at home, that's the A7FL. That's not even an extraordinary hit. That's just how we play football here on Sundays in the spring.
Take a look at how fresh they're keeping that D line. The rotation is
There's
actually
5 men in the
right
box, and then they drop 2.
Under 3 minutes to play, 2nd and 7.
Kyle Ward is the one dropping.
Pressure caught.
Ooh, great catch.
Awkward catches, but able to make it happen. That's Matthews with the reception. They'll get the first down, and that's at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for Baltimore.
And a lot of quarterbacks, when you play with the consistent guys, like the same guys on your roster, they'll always have kind of that security blanket.
Right.
A lot of times in John Gauls' past, it was Nick Mays who is now on the U.
Right,
but
right.
Old reliable for Ace Boogie is finding wherever the Super Saiyan is, throwing him a short route.
That's his favorite receiver.
And listen, they don't have to always be a touchdown to keep the drive moving. That didn't look like a big play, but it brings up 3rd and 1, which is definitely manageable, especially when you consider that they could go for. Well, they could also go for it on 4th if they get an incompletion here, because it looks like they're committed to passing the ball.
Is this in throw-off territory?
No, it's too close. John Gauls can go for the gusto, either get a big play, score, or nothing, and then just get the 1 yard.
And at the top of the screen is Aunt Mo. Look for that rocket screen again, which was effective.
In the
Might
shotgun.
go make it. There we go.
In motion. In trouble.
He's
Throws this one deep downfield. Out of reach.
Stone hands, my man. Might go.
Wow, that's about as accurate as you're going to see a pass in today's weather.
Yeah, he got to catch that.
And on 3rd and 1, maybe they go for the big play because they were planning on potentially going for it on 4th here. But that's a shot that if you want to beat this U team, you're going to have to capitalize on those opportunities. So Mike He gonna make it is definitely a playmaker.
But he has to make that catch.
But
4th and 1
that's
here,
one he's going to want back.
4th and 1 here, I'm not going to, because of where we are, because of the talent on the team, am I really going to be upset if we go for it? Would you be upset if they go for it here?
If you're an offensive lineman, though, Rob, which you are.
I'm going.
No, but what I'm saying is the entire game you've been pass blocking.
In Nevada,
you have not once run block. Are you going to be able to get a push on that defensive line right now? I know you. I'm saying in general, right. but they're stacking the box with 5 guys.
They are.
And it's 4th and 1 around the A7FL right now. It's 8-0 Insomniacs. They're playing the pit ball.
And they go with the humble beast coming in at running back, and you could see he may be humble, but he's definitely not missing those lunches like we talked about.
Protection and Gauls bouncing out.
Sending 6. The big man stopped, stifled, pushes through, carries it like Bavaro in 86.
Oh my goodness.
Break through.
Wow.
And everybody and their uncle getting a stop on that one.
Now, I'm going to be honest
he
with
had
you.
one job to do, and he did it.
And that's what I want as an offensive lineman. Please, let me do what I'm here to do. I don't want to pass block all day.
Let's be clear, though. He was stopped, and that's a 4th down turnover from the Watchmen. But the extra effort you see, shades of an old man Corey Hammond on the Omegas at the 1 yard line, just driving.
They try to stop him, but oh man, they just don't have the size.
That's a lot of man. That's a lot of man. And almost a sensor bar.
Hey, anybody call their plumber?
You know, there was a couple of leaks in the ceiling.
I see that, a couple leaks.
That was the roof. That's why they called me. They called me.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Baltimore driving, but down 2 scores. Can the Watchmen do what's needed to come back and get the win they got in the playoffs? It's the Watchmen and the U. It's the A7FL Games of the Week. We got 45 minutes of football. Stay right where you are. It's the start of the second quarter in Asbury Park Stadium from a frigid bunker. I'm Matt Ryan, joined alongside Corey Hammond and Big Rob Fabian. It'll be first down, the handoff, and finds the number 34, moving the ball downfield. That's Marquise Williams, the humble beast. Gets it to the 39-yard line. It'll be second down for Baltimore.
Yeah, he got 12 by himself on 4th and 1. You might as well just give it to him again just to see.
I think they heard you, Corey. I think they heard you when you said they weren't running the ball, and decided to change the game plan.
Well, and that's sometimes the hidden danger of having a two-quarterback system, because what are the two quarterbacks trying to do? They're competing against each other just as much as they're trying to beat the other team. So when you see Buck go out there and throw an interception, Goss is like, well, I'm going to come out and throw a touchdown, and then my team is going to want me to play the rest of the game. So we're going to see how that progresses.
Flag on the defense. It'll be a 5-yard penalty for Baltimore, so they'll get a free play there. It'll be 1st and 5 under 30 seconds into the second quarter.
Must have been lining up into the neutral zone, because if there was a penalty on that play, it was the slap, stiff arm. And Sadiq Pitts was walking to the Watchman sideline, none too pleased. But 1st and 5 is a good spot to be if you're John Goss.
The handoff again to the
Oh
Humble
my
Beast.
goodness, big
He's
fella.
got those moves,
Excuse me,
and
Sadiq.
he finds himself past the 30-yard line. And if it wasn't some heads-up tackling
That's
from number
hard body.
21, DeLon Stevenson.
No, that's hard
Pardon
body.
me, Marcus
Hard body.
McKinney.
Yeah, Marcus McKinney.
Yeah, you don't see Marcus McKinney hard body playing corner that often, but that's the type of football player he is. He could do whatever.
Is this going to be a problem for the U in the long run?
What's happening?
Having those guys at corner and not traditional corners.
What's happening right now is you see Big Nate moving Burton out the way, and that's really the issue with Deion not being there. And you need Marcus to be there to be able to one-on-one a guy like that. Marcus could tackle this big fella one-on-one, or at least slow him down enough for the other Burtons and Sadiq to catch up. So they need to keep him there right now, or at least put some more size at that middle line.
Well, the one thing that the defensive lineman for the U has is depth. They got two Ramadans, right? They got Nick Mays that's not even in there. So
Isaac Negron, J-Rock.
That's making me sick. I play them next week.
Whistle on the play, a flag. And we will be back. We've got a full day of games here on A7FL.TV across in Cincinnati, in Florida, in Las Vegas, and here in Asbury Park. Matt Ryan's running alongside Big Rob Fabian and Corey Hammond.
I feel bad for Corey.
Well, as much as that, me being upset about the rosters, the defensive line roster for the U, it's also kind of a testament on, specifically on those last couple plays, to the Watchmen offensive line, because you see they're getting what they want out of the running game too, which is why it was still almost like an eyesore to me to see like that many pass plays in a row.
For the football gods giveth and the football gods taketh away. 5-yard penalty on the offense. It'll be 1st and 15 as the clock winds down. The ball will be on the 31-yard line. Baltimore driving, got the ball out of heading into the bottom of the first quarter.
And what's interesting about the wind as the pass game is always going to be a conversation. It's across the field, so it's not a benefit one way or the other.
It really isn't.
And the handoff again, the Humble Beast. And that depth up front, not able to stop the big body of the Humble Beast. That's the 3rd time on this drive. He's gotten a big carry and moving the ball downfield.
It's really because they're finally letting those big boys do what they came here to do. I mean, now he's walking off, but he's got them a good chunk of yards.
And Humble Beast Marquise Williams, excuse me, he's not the speediest runner, but those cuts are great, and the way that he's attacking, it gives the offensive line time to move the guys, and it's creating a lane. So it's almost that it's what you sacrifice in the top speed of the running back, you gain in the benefit of allowing your offensive line to let they're letting the U get out of the way.
Those defenders have to pick a side, and once you pick a side, I'll send you there.
It's 2nd and 8, and thank you for everyone who's been nice and calling us handsome in the comments. It's very sweet of you. 2nd and 8.
Ant Mo at the top of your screen, single coverage.
And here comes the entire Paterson U defense, and it looked like Omari Thomas on the handoff there, and feel sorry for Omari as they'll go back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down.
And it's kind of the opposite of what Corey said here, where Omari's so fast that those guys now penetrate the offensive line, and the offensive line now doesn't have the opportunity to put them somewhere.
They didn't have that extra half step to open the hole.
Right. Wow.
Isn't it so great to be back, guys?
It is. It actually is.
Oh, I missed you guys so much. It's been a long off season. And checking in on scores around the league in the first quarter in Las Vegas, it's 16-0. Sickwood just scoring their 2nd touchdown.
Nice. And
they will throw the ball off in Las Vegas. We'll be checking in on scores all afternoon.
They might have a little grumble to their game after some of the things happen in offseason. They also converted both of the 2-pointers too against the Pit Bosses. They're not playing around.
The snap on 2nd and 8.
Goss keeps it.
And he is brought down with impunity. And what a tackle there. What a sack by this Paterson U defense. They have set one hell of a tone this afternoon.
And that young man's name is Kevin White, also known as the Motor. And that was, you don't ever want to see Ace get hit like that because of his history and how prone to injury he usually is. And right now, if you're asking who's the better quarterback right now, Ace is the one, and this is Kevin White. That's
That's the Kevin White that was a rookie on the Animals a couple years ago?
Sure
yeah, so that's another New Jersey guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's the U, duh. I'm like, all this flip-flops. I'm like,
There's
wow, there's all these Baltimore and Jersey guys.
There's a lot going on.
Someone said in the chat I work for compliments. It's that and sandwiches.
No
raspberry
Well, it depends on the
jam,
sandwiches.
Yeah,
depends on
that's
the
true.
sandwiches.
Sandwich, I'm gonna say.
It'll be 4th and 9 in the shotgun. Baltimore looking to make it work again on 4th down. To throw
not let it fly?
out of reach again. And the mistimed
it's
passes
killing them.
today have been the biggest hindrance in 3rd and 4th down. So Paterson U gets the stop again on defense.
It's a consistent theme. Where did he miss? He missed towards that sideline. So the wind definitely took that ball. When you're throwing the football in the A7, you have to sometimes throw with touch because there's anticipation because you have to throw it a little early with the pass rush in your face. So when you have to do that as the play is designed on the corner route there, you put a little air under it. It's going to float away from the wide receiver, and that's why it's first down for the U.
For you both, on that 4th and 9, or on that 3rd down play beforehand, what are you guys thinking? Is that the play call you would have made, Corey? Is that something, Rob, in terms of a protection?
I'm asking the quarterback to run.
Yeah.
Well, if he gets through that tackle,
He has to run.
he would have got it.
Angelo Lewis will get the ball, and he cuts to the inside, finds a seam, and will get to the 29-yard line.
Snags has always been one of my favorite running backs because of how explosive he is on each step, every step.
And it's on the field, off the field.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys.
And he was dead to rights, like -2 yards on that play.
And he won't be stopped.
He finds the seam, gets a good 4-yard gain. That's a great run.
I might have to put $1 in the jar, but an electric football reference. Like, he moves like a player in electric football. He gets the handoff again, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. He's tried to get a yard out of it.
That's
but
definitely a
the
great
demographic
tackle.
that we
David
hit, which is
Dinkins
like
on
the
the tackle.
13 to 25-year-old males, they have no idea what electric football is.
That's why I got to put $1 in the jar.
It's fine. It's fine. The
Look,
true demographic that knows what electric football is.
We got
yes.
through a quarter and a half
with no references.
I'm just upset that I haven't heard a 1970s wrestling reference that I have no idea about.
You'll get there.
Let's go. Let's get there.
A couple more slams.
3rd and 4. Huff in his Frozone era, looking to lock down and freeze this Baltimore defense that tossed to Snag Sosa. And Snag Sosa will get past the 35-yard line.
Get that first.
Good tackle by Nani Forrester in open field, but credit Huff. He does what he needs to do. Again, a point guard more than he is a quarterback on that
Honestly,
play.
and at this point,
chest pass over.
Is he now revolutionizing the position and showing you, hey, this
I mean,
is...
has he not been doing this his entire career? And people have tried to copy him and fail miserably. So, listen, if you're trying to learn how to play the quarterback position, get good first before you start doing the next level stuff.
They're saying
it'll be 4th and inches.
Oh, he didn't convert, so 4th and inches.
Who is this young man with the afro?
He's about to come into play here. 4th and inches.
I think this is that new kid Hector, but I might be wrong.
It might be.
They say he's got explosive speed.
And he gets...
This is not what they need on that play. They needed a humble beast type performance, and they have the backs. But credit the Watchmen for the huge stop on 4th and inches, and maybe they can get some momentum back on their side, down 14-0.
You can't blame the young man for that. I think you call Marcus McKinney for one of those. You call
what are you doing?
Booby Miles for one of those. You don't do that. But again,
much like a bad first date, not being able to cross the line. Baltimore being gifted with a big stop. They need to put 6 on the board in a hurry. From our friends over at Berserk, the Baltimore Watchmen got Berserk on defense, got the stop on 4th down, but here comes the pressure from Paterson.
Let it fly. Tony toe tap.
Slip, slide, take it to the house, 5 in the morning. He is grinding and earning, putting 6 on the board. Baltimore down 1 score.
He's talking to him. Listen, he's talking, giving Ryan a hug. This is nasty work. I'll be so
Ryan does not want a hug.
Yeah, I don't want no hug right now.
Yo, my man, how you doing today? You living? You prospering?
And then again, we talked about this a little earlier. Tony toe tap, last year's performance, in my opinion, has him in my radar. I am not. Who's covering that? Was that Sadiq Pitts? We have to do
We're going to
better.
see that on the replay in just a moment here. We'll see it.
I'm not sure. It's 27. I'm not sure who that is. That might be Malik. But the thing is that Buck freezes the corner with the quick screen fake, and then the cross route all the way across the field. Tony Totap just has to catch the ball because the ball is already thrown, and the wind had no factor on that one.
Not
Credit
at all.
Buck for the play call because the play call is
phenomenal.
what did it. Selling on the quick screen is what did it. But whenever a Baltimore team that he's on needs a big play, Tony Totap makes huge clutch plays all the time.
All the time, bro.
Now, he's not that receiver that's going to get 11 catches for 170 yards.
No, but he's going to
But if he gets 3 catches, they're probably going to be 2 touchdowns, and they're going to be in moments that they need
Honestly,
it.
And we've got 2 more games today. At 4 o'clock, it'll be the BIC taking on the Schno Tribe, and we'll be here live with you at 7 o'clock when Corey Hammond goes from the booth to the field as the East Orange Renegades take on the Silk City Animals. Right now, going for 1, Baltimore. Looking to make this a 7-14 game in motion. To throw in trouble will cut through, and he'll be denied at the 1-yard line.
And that's Mims with the
What's that? What do the Chiefs call that play where they go in the crack motion and the zip out? They had that cute little name for it. OG Buck just called a Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid play, and the U were all over it.
Yeah, because you still got to be able to
Here's
make
the
that.
touchdown.
Yeah, he has that hesitation killed him.
That was it.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
If you're the Tampa Nightcrawlers right now and you're watching plays like this, you're like, oh, okay, I see it now. I see it. I see it. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Your welcome is insane. Your welcome is insane.
But that play that's a Buck
That's a
mainstay.
Buck,
That's a Buck
signature
mainstay.
play for sure.
And that one works pretty much every time. But
I did want to answer a
I
question.
will say this: the Nightcrawlers, I guarantee, are not watching right now.
Not at all. I wanted to answer a question for the chat because when they saw Humble Beast running, people always have the same question when the big guys are running. Can you cut low? Can you attack the legs?
You wrap.
You can tackle low as long as you wrap. You can't just throw yourself.
Can't throw your shoulder in there.
That's super illegal in the A7FL.
What's lost in this league, if you're new to the A7FL, is yes, there are no pads. It's full contact, but it's statistically, it's a proven fact that this league is much safer than any other professional football league. Safety is paramount, and no better example than the 3-on-1 throw-off, which we're about to see.
And it's an exciting innovation, and that is an opportunity for the Paterson U to put 6 on the board. And a touchdown! And a clothesline, a Stan Hansen lariat from Baltimore to Asbury Park, whipping the returner down, and it'll be first down
That's
for
my
Paterson.
response. That's the response to my safety conversation, right?
Put him on the sideline now. Let him take a
Well,
breather.
that's a rookie. That's his first welcome to the league.
Welcome to the league, buddy.
Now,
My
yes,
goodness.
it's safer because nobody's gotten their head in the game, and you could see that this is a wrap tackle. This is shoulder contact. I think this is the rookie Hector. I might have been wrong.
That is
on
Hector Cologne.
But listen,
has he stepped?
welcome to the league. And who is it making that play? The unassuming young man in the beginning of the game.
But you see when you don't have knowledge of who you're playing against, he ran against freight train Wolverine.
Mistake.
An adamantium tackle. Huff met and turned into a pit beam sandwich. The ball knocked loose.
Okay.
But there's a sack on the play. It'll be second down.
And that's who I mentioned before, guys, number 42, Calvin Lamback. He's a Gators rusher mainstay. And you might not know him by name, but you definitely see him with the locks chasing after quarterbacks. And great play from the Watchmen. It looks like at least a tiny bit the momentum has shifted in this game.
They warmed up, and it's about time to get. That's the first sack on Huff today. So, again, the throw zones weren't down. Maybe that's why he got caught.
Well, it is a cold day, though. That's why maybe we're going with the glasses. Maybe it's heating up out there.
14-6 your score in the second quarter. The handoff. Hector met at the line, and that Paterson U offense being stalled here.
See, and this has always been my critique about these guys that they tell you preseason that they're so good, they're so good, they're so good.
In practice.
Yeah, right. The environment of the A7FL is very different from other football leagues. So when you come out here,
and also to be fair, this guy's first game in the league.
First game against the Watchmen.
He's going up against the division champion from last year.
That's tough.
And a defensive that is literally built to stop them on the run. And he sees number 30 out there, and he's like, oh, that guy's not that big.
I can do this.
It'll be 3rd and 12.
Don't ever disrespect the Wolverine like that.
Huff.
Oh, too much time.
In motion.
Too much time.
He'll get on his jet ski. He's going to go wave racer and get brought down inside the 50. Inside the 45 at the 47-yard line.
And that's how you tackle low. You know what I'm saying? He wrapped his legs. No one's knee was blown out. Everything, that's a clean tackle from the Wolverines.
And again, on the third straight drive,
Deja vu all over again.
Both teams going to a 4th down and will not throw the ball off and trying to get set up.
They're trying to go
line.
hurry up, and Huff is really upset that his guys can't.
Excuse me, Cal.
So he makes the first man miss, but this open field tackle is
Wolverine's
basically
not
elite.
That. Yeah, Wolverine's not missing an open field tackle.
Listen, that's maybe pound for pound the best defensive player in the history of our league, guys. Yeah. Especially open field tackler.
There's going to be a lot of guys that debate that, but I
pound
understand.
For pound.
He's one timeout call by Baltimore.
Okay.
I gave him 190 before. He's probably 168.
Solid, though.
But playing maybe the meanest and most dangerous middle linebacker in the league. He's a pretty good corner, I'm not going to lie. I've thrown him a touchdown, and I've never played on his team.
Huff on 4th and 2, intercepted!
Oh, my
goodness! This is the opportunity! Baltimore trying to get inside the end zone! Pick 6! Watch this! 2-point game!
Here we go. And that's Cal Bone. Wow. Okay, Cal, I see it. I feel like he's talking to me. All right, Cal, you got it.
Listen,
okay.
I said that Calvin Landback pregame, did I not?
You did.
I said 2 names. I said 2 names, and this is just to toot my own horn. Most people say not to toot my No, I'm tooting. Toot. Jason Sisson, Calvin Landback, huge plays. That is a game changer. And now if you're the you got to look at yourself just like the Watchmen kind of did, and you have to say, all right, enough of this cute stuff. Let's win this game. They have what it takes. We haven't seen the running game. I think they're going to go back to it. But just when you thought that you were a dominant championship performer, the Watchmen say, #watch this. Bring it back to the crib. Jason Sisson, you may be fast,
but you're not.
But you ain't bringing me down before I get that 6 points.
This is the
kind of
headband. If I'm Quattrell Huffman, I'm first of all thanking God for all of my skills, which I don't have. But what I'm doing is I'm going back to you football. I'm bringing out my big offensive linemen. I'm barking in their face to block, and I'm telling my running backs that they better get something. And here's Jason Sisson with the speed.
Sisson.
Excuse me.
Ooh, cuts through. Finds a seam, but will get to the 41-yard line. Not bad field position.
Yeah, he sent Freight Train to the shadow run with that one.
And both times what he did is he attacked the fast guy and then cut it back to the Freight Train, which maybe he could get the edge. He didn't get the edge there, so credit Freight Train for keeping him from getting that edge. But you saw the seam right next to Wolverine.
It was there.
No, it wasn't, because it was Wolverine. So Jason Sisson probably said to himself, that is not, look, watch it. He can go right here through that seam. Bang, go. Nope, not going to test that one.
No. That's good coverage from Wolverine.
Absolutely great coverage.
He took that extra step, which anybody else, you know what they would have did? They would have went to the left, and that's cooked. They're pink.
And it'll be 1st and 10. Huff.
Okay.
Play action.
Why not?
Let it fly.
Throws it back
Marcus
to the man.
McKinney.
He play action to 2. Hard body. That's Marcus McKinney getting to the other side of the 50, getting brought down near the 35-yard line.
If you know hard body, you know one of his most famous quotes was, eat a McChicken, only $1. And he did that against a Baltimore team. So
not $1 anymore.
Not anymore. Oh, my goodness. I just aged myself, didn't I?
Remember when you could get a double cheeseburger for $1? Now they're like, you have to get the bundle for $4.
I'm so hungry.
Shout outs to McDonald's, by the way.
2 wide receivers. No, they don't pay us.
Yeah, right? Forget that.
I just didn't want to get sued.
This is 1st and 10. Ooh. The throw off the screen. And he will be kindly stopped at the 35.
And that's DeLon Stevenson, right? Yeah,
that's DeLon Stevenson.
It's cold, so everyone's wearing the shiesties. It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell.
But that's how you're going to effectively get a pass game going, is you're going to be able to throw those short and middle routes where the arm strength can cut through the wind, and that's where you're seeing the completions in this game so far.
Huff said the goggles, they do nothing, and it will be 1st and 10 for Paterson. 3:42 left to go in the first half. Huff and you get the ball at halftime. The toss on the lateral.
Playing
Beautiful
basketball.
play. And then getting out of there. That's to Markeith Williamson, the dot boss, of course.
And that was a very dangerous lateral. And those are that kind of look.
That's the fast break basketball that he does. You see he attacks the open space.
Right.
He looks side to side laterally to see where the defense is. And as long as he keeps that lateral and it doesn't go forward, which is my question, not to narc on him.
Yeah, it doesn't go forward. It doesn't go forward. Oh, excuse
snap.
me.
Jason
Sisson. My goodness.
Jason Sisson brought down hard at the 15-yard line.
So the speed from Sisson, but also and a hat flying in the air. Is it the boat scene?
It might be a horse collar, but here's that lateral again.
It looked like forward. It was close. It looked
exactly
horizontal.
Right there. Oh, yeah, you got to get your weight up, big fella.
And we'll see what the penalty is. But that play, you saw the speed from Sisson, but also the speed getting to the line. They went back into that what it appeared to be that backstack flag type of thing, that infusion that we saw in the fall from Vegas last year. Yeah. But when you have a dynamic playmaker in Sisson with that much space and you can't get into his box, his danger zone, without running full speed at him.
Where did he go? Yeah, it's the backstack. Yeah, it's the backstack.
That's a dangerous position to put.
Ooh,
to put Cal Bone in that position.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's rough.
But look at 26.
But this is a great open field tackle. You got to get that block, but that's a great open field tackle.
Is that a horse collar? Is that what they're calling?
Listen, he's doing that man. Look at the stature of that man. He's doing everything he can to catch a literal rocket flying past him. Give him a break.
And there you see lining up together the Ramadan brothers, Ahmad and Mo. Fasting for Ramadan, but looking to
Mo's putting in a lot more.
That's insane.
Listen, he's putting in a lot more work than just fasting to get to that size.
Fasting for Ramadan, but still looking to eat is crazy. I'm here for it. And look at Slim Mo. I can't even call him Big Mo no more. That's Slim Mo.
Mid-size Mo.
Mid-size Mo.
He's the Nissan Altima of defensive tackles.
Man.
He's the Nissan Altima.
And now he'll
still run you over.
He's up against Big Nate.
He's still gonna run you over.
A lot of mileage.
Car. He's still
it's dependable, reliable. He weirdly won a Kelly Blue Book Award.
I mean, listen, reliable.
Here we go. Big bodies on the line. Humble beast in the backfield.
And they will run the ball, and they will meet.
And there he is.
And there it is.
Try running into the side of a Toyota Corolla. It's still the same thing's gonna happen. Nissan Altima, Ford Taurus, any mid-sized vehicle is still not something you're running through.
We were playing growing up in Brooklyn. We played football in the street, and one time a friend of mine ran into and broke a car. Like, the car alarm just would not stop beeping, and that is what I would think running into Mo. If I ran into Mo Ramadan, I'm beeping for the rest of my life.
It's like that meme, Chevy Silverado, defensive back.
Loading up the line again.
Let's see if Big Mo can get warm.
The handoff, cut to the side. That's Omari Thomas. Thomas will get near the 40-yard line. Will be stopped inside the 37.
Very impressive defensive play by Kyle Ward, who's surprising me today. He's usually an offensive nightmare, but today he's been on defense.
Well, when you have all those weapons available to you,
got to switch it up, I guess.
Yeah.
Kyle Ward is looking really good on that defense, surprisingly.
And shout-outs to the Arena Football League for partnering with the A7FL. And one of the things that we should you talk about with these guys is having that ability to play both ways.
But yeah, and when you're playing whether indoor ball or outdoor ball, the ability to play in a 7-on-7 league to where you could play on offense and on defense, whether you're in the arena or here playing what I consider to be the best kind of football in the spring. Play action, the throw, deep downfield, caught for the first time today. They make that connection downfield, and the stop by number 1. But that's not enough. Might go make it for a first down for Baltimore.
And he made it. I mean, the pressure wasn't there with the play action. They got caught. And Buck, again, slow plays it. It's a very deceptive hesitation, without the speed, but there's so much hezzy work when OG Buck plays the quarterback position that these guys have to bite, and that's it.
Well, and regardless of the amount of gusto he's rushing him with, it's still a guy in his face, and he's throwing the ball 50 yards downfield pretty much on a dime. With what we've seen from the win today, with the accuracy of that throw, it's probably died down just enough to be effective.
Take a look at the water.
But Mike he go make it. We saw him on the roster, and our eyes lit up because even though he hasn't been on these top Baltimore teams, he's always been a playmaker in this league.
Has a couple of records, if I'm not mistaken.
The toss
J-Rock
to
with the penetration. Missed
he'll
tackle.
get to the sideline. He won't get the first down, but it'll be second and relatively short for Baltimore.
And you see the game plan that I always do that. You see the game plan that Buck comes in when he's really dialing it in there. You have the power run look that's effective, and then when he goes play action, he's deadly. So he's going kind of back to his roots to start this drive. And if we had any questions about OG Buck and his ability to command an offense after that first half, look no further than how he started right away within the second half, moving the ball downfield against this really tough Paterson defense.
I honestly think the question for OG Buck is never if he has the ability or can he play. It's can he win a championship at this point. That's what people want to know, and that's all they care about. We don't care about playoff games. We don't care
about
regular
season. Does a player win a championship in the A7FL or a team, though? Second full.
2nd and 4, over 3 minutes gone by here in the second half. In pressure. Ramadan giving chase. Buck cuts to the sideline. Looks for an option. Oh, and Nick Mays helps him get out around the 20-yard line.
And somewhere in the back of my mind, I can hear Snag saying that boy run a 5'9", but that 5'9" is plenty to get enough space to keep the defense guessing.
And if you want to know what we're talking about, subscribe to the A7FL 3-on-1 podcast. Wherever podcasts are sold, it will be third down.
And that's the title of the episode. If you just want to be entertained, go find that one. But on that play, the play action, I think the main receiver they were going to, because Mike Hego-Make was the one that was kind of stretching the defense. The main receiver on that play that Buck was looking at was Amari Thomas out of the backfield, who is insanely dangerous when he gets into that space, because you go from running back to wide receiver seamlessly. Who covers him? But shout-outs to the U. I'm not sure who it was, but the linebacker was able to knock him completely down off the route, and then Buck had to find a way to get some yardage. But it's now 3rd and 1 for the Watchmen. Huge conversion on the way.
You see Isaac Negron there looking to create some pressure. The humble beast churns, burns, and drives his way beyond the 10-yard line.
That's a big boy. Ooh.
There's some extracurriculars out there.
Yeah, it's a little chippy over there.
You know, Humble Beast is giving me kind of D-Train vibes, right?
And you know what? I can't say that because I definitely blocked for D-Train. I'm watching Humble Beast. Corey, you said it perfectly. Because of how slow he actually runs and gets in and out of those cuts,
it allows it to develop.
Linemen a chance to get to those blocks.
Yeah, D-Train was more of he gets on the tracks and he's going straight. Yeah. This guy's side to side. He's, you're going home with it because it's not really a hus. But he does have that lateral movement that's pressuring the defense, and they can't attack him full force. And when you're tackling a guy like that, you have to come with full force.
And it's a very
that's how you convert a 3rd and short.
If you're the Paterson U defense, are you considering today so far to be a success because you've been able to stop them on 3rd and 4th down inside?
Well, when we get a chance, let's look at Ryan Shamar's face, because I'm sure he's very upset right now. At certain things, not at everything, but at certain things. He's not too pleased with some of the things that are happening so far, at least on this drive.
They'll be set up on the 10-yard line. The toss to Amari Thomas, send it to the outside.
Nick Mays.
And gains maybe half a yard, and it will be 2nd and 9.
I'm not really seeing it from Amari right now. I know his ability. I know he's explosive. I know he can get it done. But right now, against this U defense, I haven't really seen him do what I expected to see him do.
Well, you get what you get with Amari Thomas. You're going to get the 6 to 7 yard runs like we've seen on this drive. On the first drive of the game, we saw him absolutely decleat somebody on a hit because he's not afraid of that physical play. He's a great blocker, and although he was shoved down by a defender, he's also a great running back out of the backfield. He's kind of like the pure running back in our league when you go past some of the top names like RTC for the Insomniacs, Courage Mosey always for BIC. But credit Nick Mays on that defensive edge to get around the block, stuff the play on the toss, which so far on this drive has gotten 6 or 7 yards every time they've run it.
And it will be 2nd and goal.
And credit to OG Buck, too, because he's dialing up one heck of a drive.
Play action. Buck in trouble. Will cut to his right side, finds the seam. OG Buck in there. Touchdown, Baltimore. Watch this. Buck and he might run about a 5'9", but that's 6 on the board, Big Rob.
There it is, and OG Buck has that ability. There it is. Look, I'm tired. I'm tired.
Me and him have been playing in this league a long time. Look at he says, I've been playing this league a long time.
Yeah, you guys handle the extra point. I'm going to go get a sandwich.
But, I mean, again, this is the deceptive speed. He knows how to deal with Nick Mays. It's the guy he played against. Lovely Huss. Another pump fake, and these guys can't catch him, even if he's running a 5'9". These guys running 6'2". There's no way. Well, my fault. 6'2". I'm sorry. I gotta say it right. I gotta show love.
No touchdown.
No touchdown.
So it'll be 3rd and goal. They stopped him at the 1 yard line.
That's what happens when you run a 5'9". I know.
They call that the Hammond.
The Hammond? That's insane.
Well, and look, after that great run, Most quarterbacks are not going to be able to do that, and the Watchmen don't even go with the quarterback.
3rd and goal. A less than
that?
brotherly shove, getting stopped at the line. Denied it to Dan's beefy, handed off
And
that
was
one.
Burton with the stop. That's insane.
That's big Burton. That's
Wow,
not even
that's
little
not
Burton.
little Burton.
Well,
Big
and
Burton.
what they did is the Watchmen go Wildcat. They go no quarterback. There's no threat of a potential play action, which is what would have happened if they had a quarterback in.
Take a look at this
And you see the
penetration.
defensive
Look
line
at
for
that.
the U has zero hesitation. They're right
Yeah, they
through.
went right to him.
And we don't want to call a guy out, but Berger, you gotta bend your knees a little bit.
I'm calling him out. Berger as a lineman, you gotta make that block, big fella.
And in Vegas, it's 42-6 in the 3rd quarter. Sick with it, leading the pit bosses.
Still close though.
We live for these types of blocks of offensive linemen. You gotta make that.
Well, and when you're
It's
on the
4th and goal on the 1,
Come
and
on, man.
you're like, oh, if they stop them, they got to go 99 yards. Yes, that's what the U has done all season. Pushed it
And
through.
he's in.
that'll do.
You got to make that block.
And they will count that touchdown. Baltimore
That'll
took him a few extra tries, but they'll go for 2 or for 1.
They'll go for 2. I mean, what would you do, Corey? In this
You have to
situation?
convert regardless.
Yeah.
You have to have a play in your playbook you can convert. Because yes, you're not going to tie it here.
No.
But the more and more you lose those points, and the wider the margin becomes, and they can catch up because this game's far from over.
Oh,
you see what the Watchmen can do when they have a drive and they're feeling comfortable. They had a chance to talk at halftime, figure some things out. So this isn't it. But if they get the 1, then it's 19. Let's say they stop the
They
U.
are going for 2.
They're going for 2.
Right, so, but let's say the Watchmen score here, the U get a chance, they score eventually in this game, and they don't convert. That's 27, and if you get the 20, now it's a one-score game.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You
the
have to
lack of
convert.
championship points is the big, and we saw it in the championship.
Yeah.
We saw it in the BICU game during the playoffs. We've seen it at every point during the
Every
season.
important game.
Yeah, what was the final score to the championship game, guys?
Was it not 42?
52 to 50 or something?
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
very,
it was if the
But there
Nightcrawlers
was
were
like
able.
9 points of championship points left on the board.
By Tampa.
Yeah, it was bad, man.
And it will be going for 2, 21-18, looking to make this a 1-point game
Looking at
with
Mike.
7:56. The clock is stopped. This is a 2-point attempt. Baltimore looking for their first championship points of the
Mike will make
afternoon.
it.
The
Oh.
pressure, the throw, tipped up, and that
Oh.
will be incomplete.
And that's going to hurt them in the long haul. I promise you, like, when this game continues, 4th quarter, you're going to see these little bit of points are going to cost them.
And the championship points are the biggest currency in this league. Can Quattrell Huffman bank a few more and put another 6 on the board on top of that? We'll find out. The U are getting the ball on the other side of this break. It's 21-18. If you're cold, head to a7fl.com/gear. Get yourself a hoodie now. We're back here on a7fl.tv in the Urban Edge Network. The return.
Sadiq Pitts.
Sadiq Pitts will return it. Gets eaten up by the turf monster, gets past the 30, and will be brought down at the 31-yard line,
Yeah,
or the 32.
That's a unique collection of A7FL talent. Freight Train has the wingspan, the size, and the aggression, and the grip strength. He's never missing a tackle. Wolverine is one of the best open field tacklers in our league. And then on the other side,
Mike
you
has
got
the
Mike. He gonna
speed.
make it. That has the speed that you're not gonna beat him around the edge. It'll bring a 1st and 10.
Quite possibly, that might be one of, oh, there it is. There you go. Oh, no, that's not it. That's Darren Luck. And he got nowhere.
They go with the basic cross-face, zone read. It almost looked like Huff had the option to keep it there, but he gives it to Luck.
Should Huff slow it down a little bit?
It's a double-edged sword, the hurry up, because when it's successful, you're keeping the defense on their heels. When it's not successful, however, you're basically running in place and not giving your defense any time to rest from the long drive that they had to face. So it'll bring up 2nd and 12. Jump man at the bottom of your screen, tight coverage.
In the 3rd quarter, the handoff. Matt brought down and more negative yardage, and that is a big stop for the Baltimore Watchmen defense.
That's Bernard Lee Jr., a.k.a. Chops. That was an impressive one-on-one tackle on Darrell T. Luck. Him and Bigger look so much alike. Darrell T. Luck, looks like he lost a step or two.
Well, the penetration from the defensive lineman, he has to try to go around because he can't get up. But listen, that play was dead to rights. It was a counter. Nick Mays came from the backside to lead block, but credit the defensive line getting through the offensive line.
Chops.
And has, that's
Is the Watchmen concept right now just wear down that U offense?
It looks like that's the problem with the U right now. It looks like they're getting worn down a little bit. But again, football's 4 quarters. You got to play all 4.
But now they got that sis-on backstack. Uh-oh.
And with a 3-point lead.
They look a little confused.
It looks like they're putting Wolverine on it.
3rd and 19, 3-point lead, no field goal can save Baltimore. They have to put 6 on the board to take the lead or make this one close. To throw out of reach of Sisson, it'll be 4th down.
And what the Watchmen did on that play is they flipped the script. They put pressure on the U as opposed to the U's formation putting pressure on the Watchmen defense.
That's risky, man. That's
listen, we asked who is the guy to put in there. Put in the fear factor that is the Wolverine, and it forces. Listen, and he basically makes the play, forces a unforced bad throw from Huff.
Wow.
Now, if that throw
this
is on target,
is the first time today.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna look at a different game if John Gauss come out here and score.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Well,
now Gauze has to come out and perform because we just saw Buck have a great drive.
Huff decided to throw the ball, not throw it off. He is returning it as a defender, caught inside the 25.
That's Mike gonna make it, bro.
Mike gonna make it. Chased down by
Will
Snag Sosa. That's Quattrell Huffin.
Huss.
Great prevent there, Snag Sosa grabs him and cannot bring him down, and it takes a long road to the 45-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 with 6 minutes left to go in the 3rd and a 3-point deficit for Baltimore.
That's definitely a tough possession for the U.
And you can see the excitement on this Baltimore Watchmen offense.
Let's do this because this game started 14-0. Let's credit the Baltimore Watchmen for basically coming into this heavyweight fight, getting punched hard in the face.
Who did we think they were?
And they have responded in a way that only a Baltimore team can, coming up 95, playing in Asbury Park, New Jersey, against the Paterson U.
To take a page from Corey, I'm tooting my own dang horn. I looked at these rosters and said, wait a second, this is going to be a much better game than I thought it was going to be a landslide to you because the Watchmen they didn't seem focused. It's like they broke up, they got back together, they broke up, got back together. But right now, things are moving. It's like a well-oiled machine a little bit.
And my point about the U is that bringing Huff back elevates this team a lot. And you've seen what he does bring to the game. But the Baltimore Watchmen have brought a lot as well.
3 on the line, the handoff to Omari Thomas. Omari Thomas met at the line and will be stopped.
Again, I'm not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it. Like, as an offensive lineman, if Omari, again, who I know has the ability, has the speed, the skill, if I seen him running like that, I'd be a little annoyed. Like, yeah, we got to put Humble Beast back in.
And there's the big man, number 14, who got in the stop. Booby Miles, where number 14. Booby Miles, all one word.
All one word.
No spaces.
No space. Booby Miles.
And it will be 2nd down, 5 minutes left to go. Slick in now in the backfield. We have not seen Corey Price today.
I don't think he's here at all. I don't think he's here. But right now, where would you put him if you're CP3?
When Gauze went back to the Watchmen, it kind of was writing on the wall.
And it will be 2nd and 10. The handoff, play action, the throw.
That's backwards. That's backwards.
Owen Berger knowing that, and he lands on it, and it'll be 3rd and 15, maybe 16.
Hey, Berger, that's why
Baltimore.
you get paid the big bucks, Berger. Yeah, that's an offensive lineman's dream right there.
Now they're going to start asking them questions, maybe not.
After the challenge and the loss of timeout, the snap. In
pressure!
trouble!
Wow!
And there it is off the snap like a rocket.
Oh,
82.
my goodness. Kevin White. Wow. And he was
looking like Reggie off that chain there.
Kevin White's name was a buzz a couple seasons ago when he was a rookie.
Ryan DePaul, who is a great judge of talent in this
sometimes.
He's standing right there. I respect his judge of talent.
He hired us.
He was
really
very high on this
Kevin
guy
White,
and his ability to do all the things. And you see here, on the replay, nobody blocks him at the edge. And that pump fake that sometimes makes guys hesitate, nope, not there on 3rd and 15.
And now you have another 3-and-out situation. This is what a heavyweight boxing match looks like in the A7FL.
Absolutely.
And this is against John Gauss, one-on-one slam.
Dead to rights, nothing that they could do there.
Not a thing. Kevin White, listen, game 1 of the 10th season, and we've said his name twice on 2 big plays. Kevin White is making a statement right now, man.
And the Watchmen's ability to stop the U on that offensive drive looked like they were in position, but unfortunately, the U comes right back with their own stalemate.
That was White's second sack of the afternoon. 4 total for Paterson. 4th and 20, and we'll see another 3 and out. Back-to-back plays where we'll see the 3-on-1 throw-off, and they'll keep that one out of play, but they'll call that one in some pretty decent field position.
But you saw Kareem Moon knows the rules. He says that they were offside. He wants an opportunity at a return there.
Oh, my God. I mean, that's insane. Let's see what Huff can do,
and
man.
it'll
He
be
gets
1st
another
and
chance.
10. 3:20 left to go in the third. Off the screen, that's
okay,
the snag.
Patrick Coburn.
Pat Coburn running out. The first
wow.
time we see his number get called today.
The OG, the legend at this point.
Yeah, he's trying something there because wearing number 25, wearing a yellow shiesty, he's trying to go under the radar. Pat, we know exactly who you are, and with a great catch on first down,
I know.
sets
I know
up second and 5.
I know that catch anywhere.
Huff, 2nd down. 5 yards left to go, 2:53 and a half. Again to Coburn. Coburn gets the first down, looking to show that he is still big smoke as he leaves some fumes.
Stop playing. His sons are watching. You think he's going to play with you guys out here? Patrick Coburn's not playing with anybody. That's Patrick Coburn Sr.
1st and 10 for Coburn Sr. As you see the NJ Transit line making its way down the Jersey Shore. Matt Ryan joined by Big Rob Fabian and Corey Hammond across the A7FL television network, streaming worldwide on DAZN, A7FL.TV, and more. Play action. Huff will throw this one. How can you not see? He's the MVP.
Bye.
And he's hot because you not. And this is why you watch this. Touchdown Paterson, making it a 9-point lead again for the U.
I love this. This is what I live for. Stuff like that.
And let's look at the formation and the execution of that play, because if you really look at everybody's
5 in the morning.
Is that Baltimore dance?
Yes, it is. That's so bad. They're trolling. That's, oh my goodness.
And listen, that's the A7FL. That's when you don't have a helmet on. You get the personality of these players really living it up. But when you look at the replay, yes or no, guys, does that not remind you of an Animals play call? They go 2 offensive linemen, they go cross-face play action on the choice option, and then the crossing route on the backside. Now, it's not Lou Shiesty over there running around or Kenneth Stewart. It's Dakari Mims.
Come on.
And listen, that's
he
knew the camera was there. Going for 2, the screen.
Moon with the back stack.
And
that's another
flag on the play.
That's another mismatch. You put him back there.
Yeah, that is bad. And again, if Joel Rivera gets another 2-point conversion, I mean, another championship point. At this point, he's just a championship point.
Those are Jumpman points for you.
Jumpman points for real.
We might have to change the name. But
jump shot pass. Perfect.
Over 60 yards.
Is it not basketball like this?
And Ant Mo can't cover Mims, bro. That is an insane mismatch.
And they'll go for 1 to make it a 2-score game.
Especially when the defense has to honor the choice option, because Huff could score a touchdown they're running.
Let's throw it back.
Huff?
Moon.
Excuse me.
Great block.
Excuse me, big
Cuts
fella.
to the sideline, and it will be a 10-point game. And the Paterson U offense finding that rhythm, Rob, that made them so dangerous 2-3 seasons ago. We'll take a brief timeout. The U feeling confident, feeling cocky. And if you have Quattrell Huffin and Dakari Mims as your 1-2 combination, it's hard to get knocked out. Can Paterson get the first game of the year? They're hot. Can they stay hot? We'll see on the other side of this. We are live here on A7FL.TV, Urban Edge Network, HBCU Plus, the Creator Sports Network, DAZN, A7FL.TV. And well, wherever you're watching us, we're so glad to be joining us. 28-18, Baltimore gets
taking ankles.
The turf monster taking a soul and brought that at the 45. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Baltimore.
I'm not even gonna say who it was.
It's Sadiq, bro. I'm not saving him. I'm not saving him. Sadiq.
They call me a narc.
Here's the thing. Sadiq has been playing an okay game.
We just watched it on the playback here.
Look, here comes,
we'll see it on the replay.
Ref.
Honestly, it's those subtle moves that
and he
really
laid on
do
the
you
floor
dirty.
like that. That's sick. He's probably laughing.
He is laughing right
He's
there.
laughing. He's probably laughing.
He's like, oh, no, they got me on TV. Oh, no.
The ref saved you, Sadiq. Oh, here comes.
Oh, no.
I don't know. You're not safe.
That's why you gotta have the hair cover the name.
My man got in 1080-60.
Yo, that's rough. Nah, he wasn't getting caught like that.
Ugh.
Good tackle, though. Look at Sadiq smiling.
What's worse, getting caught in 480p or 1080-60?
480 because it looks classic. Looks like you was getting torched back in the day. So you really have you can't say
Like
anything.
lo-fi with the little burn marks in the tape.
Listen, yeah, that's rough.
Shout outs to the 3-on-1 podcast.
If it's got the
new
date
aesthetic.
and time and there's a 19 in front of it, you're in
over.
trouble. Be first and 10 for OG Buck. 3 wide receiver set in
Hoodie
motion.
Buck in the building.
Mike gonna make it. Play action. Here comes that pressure to throw.
Why not let it fly?
It's
Crossland
to
to
a
Baltimore
guy.
Crossland with the interception.
Call him Opie. He's a street fighting man.
Oh
Baltimore
my
gets the ball
goodness.
back.
Well,
Hey, a couple
Opie-
years ago, that's a
Opie
good catch
from
by a
Baltimore gets
guy.
the ball back, but the U is active. This is
The U is back?
Yo, nah, the U's been back. This is dangerous. He lets it sail, and it's a one-on-one.
And how mad is Isaac that he realized he had him on the break, but you get the interception, though? Buck saw him out of the corner of his eye, probably was like, I got to throw this one.
And
And
two
the balls
interceptions from
are-
Buck is rough, bro.
But the ball's a 50-50 ball. The first
It
interception was
is.
completely underthrown. The wind took it. That's a 50-50 ball. That's Carlos Crosland snatching it away from a guy we were just talking about. Makes plays when they need it. Tony
Here we
Toe
go.
Watchmen dial it up. He has him on the
Right,
he has
and
him
it
on
looks
the
like he's
break.
throwing it to Crosland,
Yeah,
too.
Buck kind of underthrew that.
It could have been the win. Listen, when you're gonna in this weather, when you're gonna when your way to win the game is to go deep, it's Asbury Park will get you. Here's the
The
U.
handoff, play
Oh, got
action,
him.
Huff throws it to the
Zippity-
sideline
Oh,
and
that
tried
is
to.
very uncharacteristic for Dot Boss.
Well,
He was
Dot
trying
Boss
to
was-
catch it with both hands and bring it in, and it looked like he
Dot
slammed
Boss
it
played
down.
all last season with Kareem Moon throwing those perfect, nice little easy spirals
Yeah.
to catch.
Now you gotta catch
Huff
those
goes,
bullets
Huff
from
goes
Huff.
off the pull on the play action, zips that thing in there.
And just shouts to
Zach
Loud.
knows. Shout out to Zach.
I gotta say, shout out to Loud, because I can't get the message out of my head. The strut on Aunt Mo after the
The
touchdown.
throw.
Is crazy. Oh my God. Okay. All right. No. Bye.
Oh no! I think he's joking. Hopefully he's
Of course
joking.
he's joking. That's
That's
tough.
a Moon reference, honestly.
34-18
And
touchdown
he has
Paterson.
to revive. He
And
has to revive.
He's gonna hit the
Hey,
revive.
This is over. This is bad.
These guys play too many video games.
Well, you can't count out Baltimore.
No, you can never, because it
The
looked like
Baltimore
this in the
special
beginning.
alone.
And here they come.
CP3 pulls
They're
up in the
running. Hey,
West.
fellas.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
What did I say
guys.
on the break? A
5
smiling
in the
you.
morning.
I wake up at 5 in the morning. That's so bad. I can't, bro. They can't keep doing this.
Man, a smiling you is a dangerous thing
yeah,
to see,
they're-
but
look at
the
this.
athleticism on the
It's
throw,
the- it's
most
not the
quarterbacks aren't going to be
touchdown.
able to make that.
It's the catch, the celebration, the smile. Listen, the sniper getting them right over here. Here come. Look,
This is the
pop.
Baltimore
Oh.
U offense we saw in 2020.
But
It
it's
really
also
is.
the play action. Look at everybody's flat-footed.
Wow.
They have to honor the play action. The entire defense is flat-footed. Nani Forrester isn't even
He's
supposed
not-
to
he
be
didn't pay
covering
attention.
Jakari Mims all the way over
He
there.
didn't pay attention.
And then he just lays his head back and is like, I am not
The
catching
hat
this,
looks too
man.
heavy, man. Take the hat off.
Oh, no.
He could have caught him. Why didn't he didn't even try?
I'll try.
Yeah, you try.
And you can listen to the A7FL 3-on-1 podcast wherever podcasts are sold. Murph in the chat saying they back it's real.
It's real, yeah. It's bad.
They weren't not back
No,
when the
they-
Watchmen were giving them the business back, right?
No.
But
It's just they slowed up a little
Now,
bit.
is it a question of the U reloaded or the Watchmen lost one too many pieces?
No, the
it's
U
the
have
U.
never. The U have not in my. Here we go. Triple option.
What?
Look. Here's
What?
Snacks.
Snags is like, nah, I'm good.
that
I'm good.
championship play
I'm gonna
didn't
take the
work
flat
out.
back.
But it'll be 1st and 10. Gauze at the quarterback position.
1st and 10, start of the 4th quarter. Matt Ryan joined alongside Corey Hammond and Big Rob Fabian. Play action, pressure immediately. Quarterback will get hit, and that ball will die on the vine.
I'm throwing the ball away too if Isaac Negron is like steaming right
Dangerous.
towards me like
Listen,
that. Yeah.
That's the most dangerous place in this field to throw the ball away. Is right in the middle of the field. But
Is the Paterson U defensive line the scariest in the league right now on paper?
With that rotation and the weight, like you got guys like both Ramadan brothers, J-Rock, Cuff, a.k.a. Boobie Miles, Nick Mays, Dot Boss. Like the rotation's kind of insane.
Yeah.
And dealing with those guys fresh and I haven't even seen Fletch in yet, and I know Fletch is there. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, I don't know, Duke's home. Chill out, Duke is at home.
Yeah.
No, I saw him celebrating the touchdown, doing the Baltimore dance. He's
That
there.
wasn't
He's
Duke,
on
that's
his phone.
Burton. Wait, Duke's out there?
Yeah, he's wearing number 18. Yeah, he's on his phone mid-game commenting. Shout-outs to Duke. He's watching the live. You can probably find him right there. Look, he's 18.
18-34 is not only the key demo, but the score of our game. 13:26 to go in regulation time. If Baltimore can find a way back to tie this one up.
Isaac Negron. We just said his name. He's tapping it up too. Yeah, you don't want Ace.
This is the most comfortable and confident Paterson U team we've seen since 2022.
And it's not just that the depth of their defensive line. It's all the archetypes that they have.
Yeah, it's too many.
They have the run stopper defensive tackles. They have the pass rush defensive ends.
Look at this.
They have a guy that is capable of getting right through the defensive tackle.
And
squeezing
Big Nate
and
has to
climbing
make
the
that
pocket with the quarterback.
Big Nate has to take that step. There we go, Isaac. Get your step in.
It is your bad. It's okay, though. We got you.
Come on. These are my fault, bro. We know, bro. You're the biggest guy on the field. You got to block
Let me ask you a question, Rob, because you're an offensive lineman. Maurice Taylor, who is an offensive lineman now for the U, leader in Baltimore. They're a leader. He's a leader of all those Baltimore guys.
Yeah.
And him not being there to kind of anchor that offensive line, do you think that's one of the things that's affecting the Watchmen right now?
1,000%. Losing Maurice Taylor is probably what's hurting them the most. And a quarterback switch mid.
Wow, 4th and 11 they go. Buck called for this.
Buck has to get 11. How did he do that? Can he pull the Eli Manning? He does. First down, Baltimore.
And Buck
like
throws
Gohan in the cell games, finding a way to make something happen.
Buck throws it to Ace's favorite receiver. I've never seen it.
We just talked about the defensive line for the U, and they make the play 99% of the way. They just can't get I always do that. Buck down, and then Buck is able to escape, keep the play alive.
Isaac, man.
Look, this is Nick Mays missing.
This is Nick Mays.
Isaac missing.
Wow.
This is all Buck making a play and finding a guy downfield. Wow.
And it was a final in Vegas, 48-6, the final score. For the Sick With It. They are 1-0. The Pit Bosses go to 0-1.
Good job, Sick With It.
And life for the Watchmen.
So much pressure. Oh, he lost the ball.
Oh, he had no idea where he was going.
He had no clue. Shouts to Charles Irvin on the check-in. BIC ready. Scores 34-18. The U is up.
34-18 in the fourth quarter. Matt Ryan joined alongside Corey Hammond and Big Rob Fabian, looking to charge up this offense. Is the Baltimore Watchmen on second down, looking to create opportunity here and get back into the game. The team that, with the exception of a loss to the BIC, went undefeated in the regular season.
Honestly, it's really what you guys just mentioned is more how important was Maurice Taylor. Maurice Taylor usually anchors that offensive line and is pointing people out. And seeing Big Nate there missing crucial blocks on guys like Isaac Negron is just, I don't know.
Listen, for me, it's on 4th and 11. They switch quarterbacks. They go to Buck, and he makes it happen.
And there's the handoff to Mike Gomake.
Is he going to make it? Not against Kyle Ward.
But two of the most dynamic playmakers in the league facing off. And Mike Gomake on that jet sweep gets some good yardage, but not a 6-point score.
At all, yeah. Against a guy like Kyle Ward, again, he's impressing me right now with his speed and his coverage on that defense. Is he playing a linebacker, middle linebacker?
It looked like he was playing corner, but he's kind of like in the safety spot.
Spot.
Well, he's covering the tight end on the trips to the one side and the tight ends on the other. So he was on the back side at the corner. You see him right there. He's kind of in the box there on the now defensive right side, offensive left.
Aunt Mo is covered way back.
They look like they're in a zone. I don't know if that's really going to be the look here against the Trips.
Steps up on Mike. Okay.
And he's following him the whole way through. They play action on
that. Picks up Aunt Mo.
The toss to Mike Gomake. Mike Gomake. Matt at the Matt at the marker, and he'll get the first down. It'll be first and goal.
And that's Kamal Stewart if the roster serves us correctly, which we'll see. But that's another play by Buck. We could say he runs a 5.9, but that hesitation, herky-jerk move it gets enough space away from Isaac Negron, and then he just gets the ball to a playmaker in space. 1st and 10 quickly becomes 2nd in what looks like inches.
And loud, I got you. I got one in purple too. If you want one that matches your Buzz jersey, I got you, fam. Now, 1st and goal, 9:42 left to go. Matt, Rob, and Corey calling the action with you.
Oh, Booby Miles put on the hat. He's dangerous.
And listen, as crazy as that score looks, it still is only the 2-possession game. So they still got to score the 2 touchdowns. Now they have to get the 2 points.
Ramadan with the pressure. Ooh.
Oh. Fingertips away from putting 6 on the board, intended for number 2, Ant Mo.
And I remember when Ant Mo said he's one of the best receivers in this league a couple seasons ago. I criticized him. I think it was 2021.
Yep.
He has to catch that pass.
Well, and you look at Buck and you might say, oh, why'd you throw the ball low? When you throw in a dangerous spot on the field, you're actually helping your receiver out by getting it lower so you get out of the hitbox of the defense.
And since we're in the 4th quarter, now's the opportunity, if the Watchmen score here, on the 3-on-1, if they can stop them inside, if they can stop the U inside the 20, they get the ball back.
Wow, what a momentum shift!
There's still a chance. Game's far from over.
Well, it still sits at a 2-score game. Now the Watchmen who have yet to convert on those championship points, they would have to convert both of the 2s to convert the 16.
That's definitely asking a lot.
That's it. Really, in the 4th quarter, what you're looking at is how many possessions do I need to keep the game either tied or take the lead. And whether it was 34-18 or even when it was the 9-point spread, it's still 2 possessions as we see Humble Beast back in at running back.
And it will be 2nd and goal on the 9-yard line. Paterson stacking the box, the handoff, and the big man, the Humble Beast, gets pushed and will be stopped and met at the 5, and they will blow that one dead, and the Humble Beast taking a bit of a tumble. They'll dap each other up, and it will be 3rd and down.
But what we're also going to see is, guys, it is 4th quarter.
Yeah.
That rule is about to apply, and we get to see it live against 2 teams of this caliber.
Well, they have to score.
Right.
Baltimore has to score here, unless they go for the 3-on-1.
That's going to be rough. That's going to be rough.
They can't.
And
but Baltimore has had trouble inside the red zone.
But they can't get the 3-on-1 on a punt. That's not the rule. So they would have to score. But the thing is
they have Humble Beast back there.
That would be fun.
But they have Humble Beast back there. Humble Beast has shown when he's in the red zone, he's a threat, regardless of what's going on. 2nd
and goal from the 9, he gets 4 to get down to the 5. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 4. They better stop him.
They just don't want it to be 4th and goal into 1. The snap, play action, in trouble, and he's brought down. A loss of 6 on the play, and that's the 5th sack of the afternoon.
Hard body.
And he's not even on the depth at D-line when you look at the roster, but he's just a playmaker, and he knows how to play football.
Listen, Marcus McKinney gave me nightmares the first A7FL championship in 2014. That man had a Superman shirt on under his jersey, and he was dancing and doing cartwheels.
He could do a flip.
He did a flip. Yeah. Athletically, he's very deceptive. He's deceptive. At 230, doing flips and cartwheels is insane.
Corner
who's
post.
your quarterback, Corey? It can't be you.
It's OG Buck.
Okay.
And that's who it is.
4th and goal. The pressure. Saw his direction in a snow-covered field, and a landslide brought him down. 1st and 10 for Paterson.
That was your quarterback, Corey.
And after this, a big play by Paterson. They get the ball back, and with 5:26 left to go, on the other side of this break, the U look to have a coronation and make themselves 1-0. We look at this offense here, and we see Paterson coming back onto the field. Big Rob, what are the things that you look at when you look at this Paterson U defense that have been working so far today?
The rotation on the defensive line, guys like Isaac being able to get penetration, guys like, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not even sure who number 32 is. Number 32.
Consistently all game, where the Watchmen last year were blocking these defensive linemen.
They're not doing that this year.
They're not right now, and both quarterbacks are finding it tough to get yardage against the U.
That's their biggest upgrade, is that defensive line right now, and then adding Maurice Taylor to the offensive line. Yeah. With Huff and Sis, the U is very dangerous.
You just said a lot of upgrades.
It was a lot. I can't tell you right now at this point.
A lot of upgrades.
Berserk Athletics provides custom athletic merchandise to athletes of all sports and ages. Get your A7FL replica jersey at Fan Gear today at berserkathletics.com. Let's go Berserk. Buy some gear. We'll be back on the other side. 34-18. You with the ball.
Well, he's big enough, but when you got
like,
3 digits on your jersey, you looking like you eat a whole other. You don't just miss lunch. You have second breakfast.
In Ohio, it's 8-0 chaos against the
Wow.
QC Crush.
Oh,
and
my
speaking
goodness.
of Crush, this is an orange crush. This Paterson U offense.
Bye. This is big play Haas, and he's one of the guys that they were trying to tell us about back in the day.
That's just.
And look what happens. Huff goes with the pump to the play action on the quick screen to the outside. This is another one of those. They stole the play from Buck's play call. It's the Tony toe tap touchdown. They get it here. They fake the quick screen, the cross, and Huff is basically saying anything that you can do, I can do better.
I just have to say.
We have to say it.
The
There it is.
BIC.
Hold on. Look at the sidearm throw. My God.
Right there to his face. That's a catch.
And big play Haas, if I'm not mistaken, this is his
Hey,
rookie
Ryan
year.
DePaul. Be sure we use that play a lot on social media.
Yeah, that
and
sidearm
use this
is
tag
crazy.
too. That is a slip slide. Take that one to the house. You don't need a reason to stay here because, well, we've got a few for you. 40 from the Paterson U as they take the lead.
This is rough, man. This is rough. It's tough to, and he's hitting the strut. My goodness, this is bad.
Did they all practice this?
I think so because
Was
they
that
must
like
have.
all Friday practice? Was that the walkthrough, Rob?
Look at this. Okay, Sisson, if I'm not mistaken, back there.
Yep.
They did
They get it to
double.
him on the second.
They did double throwback. They're just trolling.
So
They're just
fast.
trolling.
And another championship point. Another championship point. And they're just running away with it at this point, man. It's.
If you're the Baltimore Watchmen, are you demoralized or are you just looking for revenge?
I'm just gonna be honest with you. You cannot be. This hurts.
Take the
This
hit and keep
hurts.
moving. You got 6 more chances.
You have to take this, watch film, get better, because you're going to see these guys again. And then you got to deal with BIC later in the season. So if you're demoralized from the U.
If I'm the DC Buzz, and I know there are DC Buzz players here in Asbury today, you're like,
sidearm.
ooh, that's going to be week 2 is going to be a.
And this is Haas Dubois. It's a French last name. Wonder if he's Asian. This is nasty work, man. I don't know.
Dubois
One shot. Yeah, one shot and he's gone. This is nice.
putting a point on this one, and we expected it to be a hard-hitting game and a big-time showdown, but we didn't expect the Paterson U offense in this second half.
Not to take off like this, unanswered. That's what's getting.
But this is what the Paterson U offense was in 2021 and in 2022.
It was.
Rob, you know that better than anybody. Well,
Right.
Corey knows a little bit better because he stood across the field from them. But this Paterson U offense is cooking. And remember for Baltimore, it doesn't matter here because they are losing. They can, wherever they get the balls, where they'll get it. The little one gets past Snack Sosa, and little one gets past 2, tries to get past the 3rd.
Oh, Huff with the, oh my goodness.
Quattro Huffin breaking to you and and knocking a Kofi or 2 off in the process.
Listen, that was great contact for both players. Great tackle for Huff, great run for Lil One. I'm here for it.
Yeah, Huff's glad to be back.
Oh,
He's
for sure.
absolutely 100% glad to be back. He's completing the passes that last year. And no disrespect to the team that I'm literally playing later tonight. But correct me if I'm wrong, Rob. A lot of those bullet passes, those sidearm throws, all that off, kind of schedule type of plays, the Animals sometimes couldn't convert those. Dakari Mims and our guy Dubois absolutely 100% show why the U is just a different animal.
And this is just week 1, and this is game 1. BICU play as soon as this game is over, about 15 to 20 minutes after this game is over, we'll get things reset. We'll make sure the power's still up, and then Ashante Worthy and the boys are going to step on the field. It's a little cold outside, but I don't expect snow in the forecast, Rob.
At all. There's going to be some melted snowmen out there. It's going to be rough.
42 to 18
You're hiding the lead.
score.
You're hiding the lead. We'll talk about it later, but what color does it look like BIC's wearing? That might be the only thing Snow Tribe has going for him.
It's going to be bloody snow. It's insane.
Much like Jeremy Shockey in the early 2000s, or in 1st and 10, 3:50 left to go.
J-Rock
Ball
at
in
the
the
timeout.
50.
He must have seen something he didn't like.
Yeah, he wanted Matt to read the read again.
Berserk Athletics provides custom athletic merchandise to athletes of all sports and ages. Get your A7FL replica jersey and fan gear today at berserkathletics.com. Let's go Berserk. I'm Matt Ryan, joined alongside Corey Hammond and Big Rob Fabian. Rob looking at all the news and stats around the A7FL. Corey, as we look ahead to our second game of the afternoon, if you're the Trenton BIC and you see the U doing this, you're like, all right, now I gotta hurt everybody. Now I just gotta throw everything I can at them.
Well, I think motivation for the teams in the Northeast, including the Watchmen, which, you know, if they had a different matchup, things might have gone a little bit differently. But I think all of the top teams in the Northeast have that motivation, because more important than maybe anything else in what transpired last year is that none of these teams were champions. They all lost.
Everybody has
their
fire.
last game.
Only one of these teams played in the Final Four. And they're the one down 40-18.
That's insane.
And you saw how the U has come back. I think that the defensive line for the U is obviously a difference maker, but you can't really look too much further than when you say the U is back, it's because they have their quarterback back. But now what we're going to see is what kind of level of motivation do we see from BIC? Do we get extra motivation? Do they come out and do they maybe take Snow Tribe lightly? Is Snow Tribe better than maybe we expect them to be?
I mean, you would hope
4
so,
o'clock, a lot of those questions are going to be answered early, and I think one of the guys that's going to answer a lot of questions today, even though there's no question about it, is my guy, Sterry Codrington.
And it will be a snap.
Oh my goodness. Isaac Negron trying to remind us.
And Mo Ramadan.
You see what's on his back.
You see what's on his back.
Long live Palestine. You see what's on his back.
And we see here the first sack, the 6th sack of the afternoon for this Paterson U defense is Mo Ramadan coming out of retirement, losing a daughter in the offseason, has 2 young daughters, one in hospice care, playing alongside his younger brother, and there he is.
Look at this.
He put him on his ass, and a little help from Isaac Negron.
Yeah, rest in peace to Jana and Sema Strong, but you know, basically what we're saying is with those 6 sacks.
Shouting out that old school.
Yeah, that old school.
Mic'd up tape.
Yeah, listen, I'm here for it.
And with those 6 sacks, the biggest difference in the Watchmen today is not who the quarterback is. It's not who the wide receivers are that are making plays. It's not the defense. It's the offensive line. And last year, you can make the argument that they're 1 or 2 or 3 in offensive lines in this league. At least game 1 in 2024. They have to look at this tape and figure out what they need to do better to make sure that they protect whoever has the ball in the backfield for the Watchmen.
Our friend and yours, Tajon Webster, in the chat said Huff said they had 50 on the head. He was close. 2:12 left to go. Waiting to the 2-minute warning. No, they'll take it. And there's the toss-off. Beefy finding a seam. Beefy finding this sideline. Beefy gets hip-checked. And there he is. Sadiq Pitts looking to get a little bit of respect back on his name after the tackle.
Don't tell me to sit down, Rob.
It's
taking out Rob's comment on Beefy.
It took him a while. I like to see Sadiq Pitts put in work, but he's looking a little like a liability today.
At the 2-minute warning, Baltimore looking to add more to the scoreboard and at least walk out a little bit closer as we wait for our 4 o'clock game in Las Vegas. As it was 8-0. It's 8-0 in Cincinnati. Chaos leading the crush, and we see here again a huge run. Just big bodies.
Yeah, Sadiq. Oh, yeah, Sadiq. All right, he must have heard me. Somebody told him.
Well, to be clear, he kind of missed on the beginning of the play if we're going to narc on everybody today.
And we'll take a brief timeout here at the 2-minute warning. 42-18 your score. If you haven't got your 10th anniversary t-shirt, I don't know what's wrong with you. We'll be back on the other side as we wrap this one up. It's a game of the week. And right now, Baltimore's going to have to go down I-95 with a lot of homework to do and some retooling. The snap, the throw to the end zone. Might go make it, can't make it. And it will be third down.
And it's like, I feel like asking Corey, like, who are we? I don't want to say blame, but was it overthrown or didn't?
On that one, it looked like the wind took it because, again, it kind of died down.
But those missed completions today have been big problem for Baltimore. It's the timing. Is it because of all the subterfuge and back channels and political intrigue that's been going on in the DMV?
It's been very busy, and
I think that is part of
it is part of it.
Yeah, but the other thing too is that this game is a statement for the U. Absolutely,
sure.
There's things that the Watchmen 100% need to work on, but one game is only one game, and we saw that last year. The three top teams, the Watchmen, U, BIC, which we're going to see in a couple minutes. They had the game where they could have played better, but they still weren't out of it. And I think what we've seen from the Watchmen is pretty much business as usual. And if they fix the offensive line, they're definitely going to be a hard out in this tournament. But I'll say this, guys. You're talking about back-to-back with the U, mentioning the U as Buck gets ready for 2nd and 10. This is the type of defensive line that we talk about when we question what the Insomniacs have to face.
On everything.
2nd and 10, play action. Huff. Pardon me, the throw by Buck and incomplete again.
So again, come on, Corey. Who now?
I mean,
two
listen,
targets to Mike.
As a quarterback, what do I say? I say my bad. So whatever. But I think it's more interesting. This game, we're at what we're at. We're going to see on 3rd down. I think Buck's going to make the play. But when we talk about the championship picture, right, and you talk about what teams have to do to get back there or win again, and this is what we talk about with a defensive line that you have to face for 4 quarters. You're not going to have 11 seconds in the pocket against the U, period. No matter who your offensive linemen are, I don't care if they went to Nebraska, I don't care if they went to UCLA, I don't care if they're literally still at Alabama right now. That defensive line is going to get pressure on quarterbacks, and we're going to have to see how teams that haven't faced things like this adjust.
Right, yeah.
I did see an NYU offensive lineman. I'm making that up because we didn't have football. The snap on 3rd down, the pressure, almost sack number 7, but that'll be another incompletion.
And then about the rotation, we didn't say Big Mo's name or Isaac's name first quarter. That's not who we were saying.
No.
We were saying Nick Mays. We were calling everyone else, J-Rock, all these other guys. Now in the 3rd, 4th quarter, it's a lot of Isaac, it's a lot of Big Mo. The rotation is crazy.
And then there he is, number 82, Devin White.
Kevin
White. Excuse me, Kevin White.
And he just came off of the bench.
Haven't seen Fletch.
Now, did he do a
Burton's
fusion
getting
dance?
double teamed.
Is that the late great Kevin Green and Reggie White reincarnated?
Maybe,
is that who Kevin White is?
We said Devon Burton earlier, but then he didn't disappear. They rotated, and then it was Kevin White. Then he left. Then it was Big Mo. Then he left. Then it was Isaac. Then he left. Now, and
then I'm saying it's chill out Duke, but it's really Burton.
It's Burton, and then it's Nick Mays. It's like it's too many guys on that defensive line
when you're talking about affecting the passing game, if you get a
on
pressure on a quarterback,
down,
it's not an easy.
Intercepted. A 3rd
that's Moon?
interception. That is Kareem Moon.
Oh, he's looking for 6.
He's silky smooth, and he's trying to find a spot.
Whoa! Wait!
And the clock is still running.
Wait a
Play
second.
is still going on.
Come on,
Kareem
Mike
Moon.
gonna make it.
We saw pick 6
Good block.
earlier today, and we're going to
Wait.
see another one.
Hold
Slip
on.
slide, and he gets to the 1.
If you're gonna get tackled at the 4,
That's
Moon,
a
you might as well go out of bounds when you first catch it.
Heartbreaker.
Listen, 6 years ago, that's an easy touchdown. Now he's
But
got to
Huff
go get
wanted
some
50.
oxygen.
They're 8 points
They're
away
8
from 50.
points away from
Rob.
50. But here's the thing. When did Moon get faster? Am I tripping?
Science.
No, that's not what happened.
Nah,
what
he got
happened
a
was
step.
is the Watchmen,
He got a step
their
again.
souls got snatched because when you're going for the garbage touchdown and you think you have a chance and then it's intercepted and almost brought back. No, seriously, I've been
That's
there.
rough. That's
I've
rough.
been there. I've been there.
Yeah, that's
then
rough.
at that point, it's like, it doesn't even matter the effort I put into tackling Kareem Moon, which I could now once again be embarrassed because he could hustle me. Right? So, listen. No matter what happens in today's game with 123, unless we see a messianic miracle, right? If something comes down from the sky with a beam of light and there's a dove involved, the Baltimore Watchmen are now 0-1.
Bro, we can remove every U player from the field right now for the next minute and 23 seconds, and they won't score enough.
I don't know if they'll be able to score.
Won't score enough.
But the point is that a loss is a loss. So the fact that it's a 50-point loss, it's a 3-point loss, a loss is a loss at the end of the day. And yes, are there going to be situations in which the points maybe matter at if there's a tie with these kids?
The points will matter.
But at the end of the day, the Watchmen need to go home, look at what they did well, work on that and build on that because there is a lot there.
Yeah, of course, it's not
They
a
also
loss.
have to
This is a
look.
lesson.
They have to look at the men that were out there pancaking, literally week in, week out, the defensive lines that we're facing, and say, gut check. You lost this game for us. And now maybe the UD line won the game for them, and let's give them the credit.
100%. But that offensive line should be better than that.
You saw once, twice, maybe 3 times, their offensive line was missing blocks completely.
Who is this?
14-0 in Ohio. The
Why
Chaos
does it look
leading
like
the
Ryan
crush in the
Shamar?
second.
It's a great question. It's not Ryan Shamar.
It'll be 1st and goal.
That's Maurice. That's not Maurice Taylor.
It looks like him.
That's not Maurice.
It absolutely
That's
against
not
the
That is
Baltimore
Trey
Watchmen.
Lamont.
That's not Maurice Taylor. That's not Maurice.
Oh, pardon me. That's number
That's
54.
Maurice
That's
Taylor.
Nate Green.
That's
Too much
Maurice.
showing.
And the ball's not close.
Oh, my
the ball's not
God.
close. And the big man's got it. Is it a thick boy's touchy?
He's
Not at all.
rumbling. He's bumbling. And then he
And
stumbles.
look how they're looking at Maurice. This is why they put us on the offensive line, Maurice, and we don't do this running stuff. I've been there, brother.
Listen,
I've
from
been hurt
the
before.
jump, we're going to look at a much more athletic version of, A7FL
Baltimore does
football
not
here.
want this game to end, gentlemen. They
At
want to
all.
find a way to come back.
Whoa. Oh, Buck, what in the world? The blocks,
Listen, some of the hardest hits you'll get as a quarterback is after an interception.
Shout out
and
to
it's-
our staff today. Producers Zach Morgan, David and Alex Silverman, and Ryan DePaul.
Hey, Duke, they just cost you guys the 50 boys, man.
Yeah.
They just
I mean,
cost them.
listen, any of that is ridiculous.
Now that's
at
with
that
a
point.
Z,
When
right?
you put a
50 boys
center,
with the Z,
when you
yes.
put a center at quarterback, and you're going to run quarterback sweep.
Hey, bro,
See,
I
Ross,
have
see
film.
Corey, I don't tell you how to play Madden.
Yeah, I have film,
Fine.
Corey.
Fine.
I
Let me
played
play
running
Madden.
back.
Fine.
I did better than
Yeah,
that.
no,
And I
listen,
scored.
Mo,
Look,
Maurice
everyone
Taylor.
knows I'm at least faster than that.
you're faster than the people that you've raced.
Are-
That is
hold on.
100%.
I run
Sure.
about a 6'12".
Are you challenging Maurice?
No,
Taylor?
I am not. I am
Okay.
retired.
I thought you're tired.
I'm retired.
You're done. Okay.
Once you reset your knee twice to
Yeah,
race somebody,
It's all good. Yeah.
when it's
all
two
good.
fat announcers running, you're just like you're making
Really go deep cuts into the 3-on-1 podcast deal. Cameron Dawn Hammond did challenge you, Matt. She called you out. Now you could deny that. Shout outs to my 12-year-old
I
daughter.
was gonna say, am I racing your 12-year-old?
Listen, she probably
cooked
would
me.
compete. She could
Three
compete.
wide receiver set, the handoff to the big man. Thick boy season is always in the A7FL, and he, Mamakusas himself to the 46, and it will 36, pardon me, and it will be second down.
I'll just let that clock run out because, again, at this point, you close the game out, you get home, you get to the drawing board, you figure out what you can do to improve next week and get ready for BIC. Slow down. Get ready for the Buzz because the Buzz are not here to play with the Watchmen at all.
And in Vegas, it is 6-0 Hunters over the Kryptonite.
Interesting.
Interesting. The Kryptonite coached by Chris Wallace, current coach of the Vegas Kings. He coached the Outlaws during the fall brawl, but now it's 2nd and 4 left to go here in Asbury Park. Baltimore will try to get some morale, and they will be
J-Rock.
sacked again. J-Rock Rogers,
How
the
many different
7th
names?
sack of the afternoon, and then a little bit more of that Park Heights shuffle.
Come on, man. How many different names are we going to call today for sacks?
Well, we've got 0.3 seconds left, so we're not going to be. We might get one more. We might get number 8.
Maybe.
Who called a timeout? They absolutely 100% called a timeout
I
to
feel
get
like
this 0.3 seconds.
They're trying to get a garbage
That was
time.
the U, I believe.
Oh, yeah?
It was offsides on the defense.
Wow.
So Baltimore gets a reprieve here in what would be called a penalty that may or may not have needed to have been called.
Maybe not. At this point, you guys are like insult to injury. They kind of
I don't know, man. When I got one more chance at one more play against
Of
the U,
course,
I'm
Corey,
trying to get that
you-
garbage time touchdown. Come
we
on.
expect that from you.
0.3 seconds? Hey, what does that mean?
The toss, and this will be the
That wasn't a
last
toss
play of the
thing.
game. And
Oh, my goodness.
he'll get some big yards, and he'll get on the board, and he'll get a highlight of that one.
Chop looking to chop a pound of flesh for that beatdown, but it doesn't matter in the
Right,
final
his
score.
dumpster.
But the Watchmen said, watch this, and we did. And for 60 minutes, the Paterson U reestablished who they are in this league. Quattro Huffin, who was a little shaky coming out of the gates. They scored twice to start things up, but then they got scored on twice. Coming up after, the power outage, they were able to come back and make things happen. We are going to take a 20-minute break here. And at the top of the hour, it will be the BIC and the Snow Tribe. But we will have action going for you on A7FL.tv and DAZN, so don't worry. And if you want to watch some games on A7FL.tv, you can check across A7FL.tv right now. In Nevada, it's the Hunters taking on the Kryptonite. That is 6-0, and in Ohio, it is still 14-0. With the Heist leading the Crush as they get towards halftime. I'm Matt Ryan, joined alongside Big Rob Fabian and Corey Hammond. We're going to take a brief timeout, and when we return in 21 minutes' time, Shante Worthy and Sterry Codrington step on the field for 2024. Welcome to Death Row. It's the BIC and the Snow Tribe after this. Paterson and Huff back together. They're reunited, and it feels so good. They're 1-0. The Watchmen take the 0-1. They're back to Baltimore.